Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's CHANGE.TROYCE and you're watching Choice TV. I wasn't going to do this video at first, but I decided since a lot of people were very upset about my unpopular opinions, I decided just for that I'm doing another one. So, for today's Unpopular Opinions video, I want to make it very clear that these are just my unpopular opinions. No, I'm not trolling. No, I'm not putting on a front for views. I don't have to do that, clearly. And no, I'm not just doing this because I'm bored. I'm doing this because I need some shit to post and I'm bored. But enough with the lip action, we're going to get right into it. I feel really bad for Shanice. Now, if you guys don't know who Shanice Lazada is the daughter of Evelyn Lazada. And I feel a little bit bad for her because she stuck with the game for probably the rest of her entire life.
And I'm at the point now where I haven't even taken Blaze for, I went on a walk, but I don't believe in taking kids from their mom too early because, like, they're just so little and precious. And it rang true. Remember I told you I don't change diapers? Have I changed one? See, she don't like that shit, by the way.
No, I really feel like if you have a child and you are more than able, your hands are working, your fingers are fine, you have no arthritis, that you are more than able to help and wipe your child's ass too, if you can wipe your own. Because when he's 50, let's say, what are you going to be, 112? Yeah. You might need someone to wipe yours.
I got Harlem.
Yeah. And God willing, he does it. But did you wipe his?
Yeah,
this is all, it comes around.
Yeah, but I did tell you I don't change diapers from the beginning, before he was born. Did you think it was going to change? Like I would actually flip and do it?
I did. I did.
Damn, who needs enemies when you have mothers like Evelyn Lazada who literally laugh at shit like this? So Shanice has a child with the game who, if you didn't know, is literally damn near double her age, and he's close in age with her mother. He famously used to sleep around and date her mother, Evelyn Lazada, from Basketball Wives, and then he started dating her daughter recently, a few years ago. They're no longer together, but they do have a child together named Blaze, and he made it very clear in their podcast recently that he doesn't change diapers and he doesn't feel bad about it.
We tell each other that every other day.
And when I met you, actually, you reminded me of my mom a lot, obviously two Sagittariuses, but very defiant and defensive and stubborn. But I think that I dealt with it with you because I dealt with it with her. Yeah. You're a little bit more because you're a man, obviously, so naturally. But I think that, it was not as easy to deal with it with you, but it was familiar because I dealt with it with you, or even with my dad a little bit, actually. Yeah. So
yeah, we're similar in a lot of ways. Sometimes Shaw's like, you just want to understand what he's saying or whatever.
You see how people just literally tell you who they are? All you have to do is just pay attention and move accordingly. And then on top of that, he also went as far as to flirt Evelyn on camera.
You gotta give it to yourself. You're 50 years old.
But I have a bone. I have a big bone to pick with you.
Okay.
How did you make me a grandmother before 50?
I remind you all the time of how good you look at 50 and not to slight anyone else, but
you are so smart and you're so witty.
Yeah, I feel bad for her, and I don't usually feel bad for people that make poor choices and the people that they date. But I actually feel bad for her because she has to be stuck with this man for the rest of her life because she now has a kid with this man. On top of that, they're not even together anymore, and she's inviting him on the podcast, and he's making it very abundantly clear that she's mostly on her own while raising their child. Well, with a mom like Evelyn Lazada, she never really had a chance. Euphoria should have just been canceled. Angus Cloud is dead, and it's been 4 years since the show had disappeared. I don't really understand the point of continuing it. I get that the show's going to be based in the future, but I don't see what they can milk or discuss. They should have just kept it. We don't need an additional season of Euphoria. I mean, to be honest with you, just to find out that they're only doing 3 to 5 episodes makes it even worse. Summer from Baddie deserved every second of that beating she got. You can't go around spreading bullshit and gaslighting people and then setting them up to be jumped and then expect humility and expect a network to be like, oh yeah, we're going to protect you at all costs. Nah, she had that coming, and it's hard for me to feel bad for anyone that still walks around and runs their mouth about still being pretty, even though they run around telling everybody their sexual business with an individual while they were upset. She weaponized her sexual history with one of the cast members, and she got dealt with for that. TikTok is the reason why YouTubers aren't blowing up like they used to. TikTok has fucked up everybody's attention span. People literally rather read comments than watch the fucking YouTube video or any content alone, and it's forced us to be into this weird sheep mentality. I can't tell you how many times I fucking posted a video, worked hard on it, posted it, and it's literally a 50-minute video, and the first thing people do is talk about The first 5 minutes in the comment section. People's attention spans are so bad to the point where people will literally ask and bring up shit that I brought up in the middle of the video because they're so scatterbrained from constantly doom scrolling on the internet. The doom scrolling is just ridiculous, and it's insane because people jump to the comment section because they want to see what somebody else thinks about the video before they engage or invest any time in even watching it. Saweetie being accused of being an escort should not be shamed at all. So, if you guys didn't know, one of Saweetie's former employees claims that she used to be an escort and a lady of the night.
But the context makes it clear this is personal and financial. Maybach May says she was Saweetie's road manager, handling bookings, appearances, and global travel, and that she was the one who connected Saweetie with football player Jadon Sancho in the first place. She says she orchestrated the whole opportunity, booked Saweetie for international appearances, and introduced her to these high-profile clients.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Saweetie has denied it, and Saweetie has said that this former employee is lying and she is going to be pursuing litigation. Who knows? It's a shame that people try to shame Saweetie for allegedly being an escort, or any from rap for being an escort. You know, Suki Hana said it the best.
Like, sweetie, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even trying to be funny or like, sweetie, people will really fuck with you more if you just live in your truth, because a lot of the ghetto girls like me, well, a lot of the girls, black community, everybody, they be trying to get into you, and that the reason why they like double dutch, like they jump in, they jump out, because they don't believe you. So when you be making your bops, they be like, they be thinking that you like a fake ghetto girl, and it's just because they can't figure you out. And it's like, if you selling that, whatever you doing, like, that's what you do.
A lot of these entertainers, a lot of these models, a lot of these people in the industry sell poom poom. And there's nothing wrong with selling poom poom on the street. If you sell poom poom, then that's on you. That's your business. And the older I get, the more I understand that sometimes you have to sell poom poom because you have to make ends meet and you have to get through life because no one's going to save you. Poom poom and selling it is the oldest profession in the entire world. And it's a shame that people try to shame Saweetie and other entertainers for selling it. There's nothing wrong with selling poom poom. And I think everybody has this weird stigma for it because of religion. If you have to sell poom poom to get by and to feed yourself and feed your family, then that's what you have to do, because some women will tell you that got them out of some sticky situations and that got them out of poverty. Some people are just jealous of people who can turn their poom poom into currency. Now, of course, like I said, Saweetie said that it's not true, but again, there's nothing wrong if it was true. Look at Natalie Nunn. Natalie Nunn was a high-class escort, and no, this isn't alleged. This has been confirmed by people that know her personally, that she's been on private jets and that she's been going to Africa for many years and going to the Middle East for years and doing all types of freaky things with a lot of men, even with being married, and making a big bag off of it. You know, Natalie Nunn definitely did her shit, and a lot of other Instagram models do their shit to get by. You think these brand deals pay enough? You think these fucking weight loss teas that make you shit your pants pay enough? Long term, there's nothing wrong with selling poom poom, and anyone that tries to shame any of these entertainers or any of these women who used to do it are lame and probably just jealous because their poom poom isn't worth much. They got cobweb poom poom, so they can't even sell it or do shit with it. That viral video of that Arab man from DoorDash going off about not getting tip is a lot to unpack.
Yes.
You are very rude, and if you can afford people, you are cheap. Don't.
Do not touch me. I'm gonna call the police. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The tip was gonna be on the app.
Yeah.
The tip was gonna be because I put it on Dennis' app.
Don't put it on.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Then don't work. Go look for a real job. Yeah. Don't. Oh, really? Yeah. Then why are you scared? Then why are you mad? 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 Then go look for a fucking job.
What you gonna do? Here, you're ugly.
Yeah, and you are too, ugly ass.
You can't give him $1, bitch. You can't just give him $1. Like, I get it. Like, people be like, oh, tip is not guaranteed. Why are you on DoorDash? Why are you on Uber Eats? Why are you on Postmates? Why are you on Grab? Why are you on Rappi? Why are you on all these fucking services? You can't just tip the fucking driver. There's services where they include the tip inside the delivery. Why don't you use those services? You could just give him $1. You can just give him $1 It's like, I get it. Like, he chose to deliver the food and he has to accept the order. But you can't give him $1. These people be working hard. And on top of that, some of these dudes can't even get decent jobs because their English ain't clear. Some of them are straight from Tunisia. Some of them are straight from Morocco. Some of them came straight from Lebanon or straight from South Africa or straight from all these other countries where they can barely speak the language or they haven't gotten their paperwork together. And this is the only kind of jobs that they can do. Give them a fucking $1. Give $1. If you using these apps, give them a fucking $1. And if you can't, cook your own food or go pick it up. There's an option to go pick it up. Or there's fucking platforms you can use that literally include the gratuity or the tip already in the entire meal. Some of y'all are just fucking cheapskates. It's okay to unsubscribe if my opinions annoy you. I welcome it because at the end of the day, even if you don't like my opinions, somebody else will fill up your spot. And if you want to sit up here and be like, well, I'm unsubscribing, this is your worst take yet, bitch, bye. So if you have a problem with unpopular opinions and you want to unsubscribe, I don't blame you. In this economy, if someone annoys you, you don't want to support them financially or you don't want to support their brand, that's okay. I welcome everybody. I tell everybody, protect your fucking energy. And I unsubscribe to people all the time for shit. Unsubscribe. I'm okay with that. And that's completely justified to unsubscribe over somebody's personal opinions. And plus, you'll be back, bitch. You'll be back. Never let someone live with you for more than 30 days without a written agreement or you are a fool. Oh my God. When I tell y'all I have been through the fucking ringer, and I'm sure many of y'all watching this probably have, don't let somebody stay with you for more than 30 days. And if you are, there got to be some written agreement and a clause that helps you get the fuck out of there just in case they fucking go crazy. I got some stories for fucking days. I done had somebody fucking like live in my fucking crib and be like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. No. In the state of California, I have squatters' rights. So technically I can stay here for as long as I want. People have tried me and I have retaliated in very ugly ways I would not say on camera. But let me just tell you, have a written agreement, because the minute someone is in your crib for 30 days in the United States of America, right, that's very specific, people can immediately claim squatters' rights and stay in your fucking home, unless you live in like Florida or some shit. Clubbing culture is not lame. If you feel like clubbing culture is lame nowadays, you are. If you don't have a passport, just say that. Some of y'all live in London and the clubbing culture can be a little bit, bland and lackluster. And some of y'all even live in places such as, Miami, Florida, or live in places such as Atlanta, Georgia, or Chicago, where a lot of people just simply don't dance. People just stand around, stare at ass against the wall, and some people just literally scroll through their phone while they're at an event. Some people just have bad social anxiety, and some people just aren't good at having fun when they go to the club. But clubbing culture is not lame. Let me just make it very clear, if you feel like clubbing culture is lame, then you need to take a trip to Brazil. That place, everybody fucking dances. If you think clubbing culture is lame, you need to take your ass to Shanghai or Chongqing, China. That shit is lit. If you think clubbing culture is lame, go to Dublin, Ireland. Go to Paris, France. Some of the best nightlife you'll ever see in your entire life. Matter of fact, go to Johannesburg, South Africa. Everybody be dancing in those kind of environments. Go to the Afrobeat places. If you live in America and can't afford to get a passport or travel right now, go to the Afrobeats places. The Africans, they dance. Yvette from Baby Boy low-key had it coming. I don't feel bad for her, and honestly, how the fuck you smack somebody in the fucking face and expect them not to do anything back? She had it coming, and I'm sorry. She blacked his eye. Like, I don't feel bad for Yvette. You know what I'm saying? She had that shit coming. I don't feel bad for her. The Taco Bell situation with that Hispanic lady did not go viral enough for me.
Nobody here speak English. Nobody in the back speak English. So you can't take my order.
When Alexandra Montgomery came to order food at this Taco Bell along East 9th Street and 8th Avenue in Hialeah, this was the response she got. The cashier saying there's not one person who spoke English at the store.
You telling me you can't order my food because you don't speak English? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't mean nothing because this is Hialeah. This is America.
I actually felt like I wasn't wanted there. Like, you don't speak Spanish, so, I'm not going to serve you.
At one point, the employee telling Montgomery to go to another Taco Bell location.
And I want to order.
The incident Wednesday night recorded on a cell phone. Montgomery posting the video to social media that quickly turned viral. She says after that, Taco Bell reached out, offering her a $100 gift card.
Like a gift card is not gonna just solve the problem. It's not gonna give me justice. Don't like try to sweep it under the rug.
Right now, she's not quite sure what would give her justice, but she hopes this never happens to anybody ever again.
Yeah, but I want to order food. Yo.
I understand everyone in Miami doesn't speak English, and that's fine. But if she was willing to work with me, I think the outcome would have been different.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now that this is a very common thing in Miami. I'm from Miami. I grew up there. A lot of times, people will get pissed off at you if you don't speak Spanish. Like, I've literally gone to places, where like, backpacks aren't allowed or bags aren't allowed, and you got to put your bag at the front. And I had a security guard be nasty as fuck to me, and he's like, aquí. This was before I even learned Spanish. He was like, aquí. I'm like, what? He's like, he like puts his hand against the wall, starts pointing at his back to try to signal me taking off my backpack. And I was like, you want me to take this off and put it where? And he was like, and he literally flicked his hand at me and huffed and puffed at me. Bitch, how are you mad at me because you're in my fucking country? Matter of fact, you're in my city that I fucking grew up in. I've been here longer than your fucking ass. And you guys have never to get mad at me because I don't fucking speak Spanish. That didn't go viral enough for me because this is a common thing in Miami where a lot of the Hispanic can be very rude and entitled and get upset when someone doesn't speak Spanish. First of all, the Bahamians have been in Miami longer than y'all. On top of that, the Black Americans have been in Miami longer than y'all. Who the fuck are y'all to sit up here and have nasty attitudes when people don't speak Spanish and then refuse service and act stink? But realistically, they could have pulled out a translator app. If you don't speak the language, what's so hard about taking out your phone real quick and pulling out the translator app? What's so hard about learning basic phrases? I find that just really rude and insulting and fucked up because I couldn't go to their country and be like, oh, I don't speak English. Yeah, so I want this, I want that, I want this. No, when I go to these countries, I pull out my fucking translator app and I try to communicate with them or I'll try to pronounce the words. And I had to even learn Spanish sometimes because of where I travel. And I just feel like it's fucked up that sometimes people in Miami or sometimes some people in these cities, mostly Miami, just don't give a fuck about trying to learn English and then try to shit on people who don't even care to learn Spanish. Like, it's actually so bad in Miami to the point where growing up, it's always been difficult to get a job. Like, people complain about the job market all the time now. When I was a kid and when all of us were young and some of us were straight out of college or straight out of community college and we're trying to get a job, every single interview asked if you spoke Spanish. I kid you not. Even working at a fucking fast food spot, they asked if you spoke Spanish because all the workers and dishwashers who were making minimum wage all spoke Spanish and you would have to communicate with them. I think that's fucking insulting as hell that somebody will literally not hire you because you just don't speak any fucking Spanish for the most basic lackluster job. A receptionist, I understand. If you're working at a place where you have to communicate with a lot of customers that speak Spanish, like a Spanish-speaking bar, that's justified if you're like a bartender or some shit. But at a fucking fast food restaurant, it's always been hard to get a job in Miami when you never spoke Spanish. I had to learn some Spanish because of that. And I love being able to be able to speak Spanish and speak other languages, but it is kind of fucked up. And again, like I said, like people were literally underreacting, in my opinion. Like, I feel like she didn't get enough backlash. Taco Bell didn't hold her accountable enough, and I hope she got fired for that behavior. If someone is struggling to find a job, don't offer them recommendations on who's hiring. Don't be like, oh, well, Subway is hiring. Oh, well, you should try this, or you have to update your resume or fix your resume or pay somebody to fix your resume. Shut the fuck up. Either apply for 100 jobs for them, offer them a referral that can get them a job, or shut the fuck up. If you cannot help, then you're hurting. I hate when people be like, oh, well, you could just apply at Subway. Stop telling people that shit, okay? People have done everything to get jobs nowadays, and the economy is fucking ridiculous. Knowing people personally that are struggling to get jobs is normal as fuck. And I hate that we sit up here and try to justify shit with, oh, well, maybe you're just not trying enough and doing this, that, and the third. Some people generally aren't trying. But just offer them a referral or apply for jobs. If you can't offer a referral or apply for jobs, then just people being shocked at Shera 7 grieving her husband are weird as fuck. So if y'all didn't know, Shera 7's recent late husband passed away. And essentially, since Shera 7's late husband passed away, people are very shocked that she seems sad, disappointed, and that she looks like she's grieving. But y'all gotta understand, she was with this person for 20 years.
And I've said that on every line. I said, if I ever become a widow, I'm never remarrying again.
How long was I married for? 20 years. The girls are fine. They're healed. They're good. We're moving forward. And part of the reason why they can heal and move forward is because I didn't tell everybody when it...
Yes, Shera 7 has given signs that she only cares about men that can benefit her and wealthy men.
Did James ever cheat? It don't matter to me as long as I get my money. I live in my house. I'm driving my car. I can get my lips. I can get my nails. I can get my kids' nails, toes, cruises. Don't have to work. I'm good, baby. She just doing the dirty work that I will never have to do. So that's the point when I think about anybody trying to cheat. But sadly, he ain't cheating. Well, not sadly. He at home, sleep by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tops. He's old, y'all. Old people come home early. People don't waste their money out in the club. What he gonna be doing at the club or at the bar? When a man cheats and they already have something at home that's decent, it's their own insecurity.
But she was with this person for 20 years, has kids with them, and she also has to grieve her child's father. I don't see colorism one bit in the Martin show in terms of Pam's character. So it's been a common conversation for years now that social media has risen that Pam was going through a lot of colorism because she was always the butt of the joke and they were always picking on the dark-skinned girl and that. That's not colorism at all, because anyone that watched Martin from beginning to end knows that Pam was a snack. She was highly desired, and people who grew up in that era will tell you she was a snack. Body banging, she could sing, she was hardworking, and she underwent character development. No, she wasn't the butt of the joke because of her skin tone. She even said that all the jokes were initially fat jokes.
Originally for a heavyset girl, so all the jokes on my audition were fat jokes. So I'm literally auditioning saying with fat jokes, right? They ended up changing it when I got the role, obviously, because that's when my body was banging. I was thin. I was like, yeah, what y'all doing with these jokes?
If she was fat, unattractive, and ugly and busted and walked on camera looking crazy, then that would be justified. But Pam was a snack. Now the Parkers, that's a different story. So I would never understand when people go on vacation and swim with pigs. Listen, it's bad enough that a lot of us already eat pork, but let's be for real, pigs are dirty as fuck. They eat shit, they swim in shit, and they roll around in shit. Why the fuck would anybody want to swim at them shits? Seeing this be a common thing in places like the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos and having places like Pig Island, what the fuck? Who the hell thought of that? On top of that, these excursions aren't even cheap.
There is a beach, I'm not going to try to pronounce this name, we're just going to leave it right here. And they do a tour. So this beach is secluded, so you technically, all the beaches are public here in the Bahamas, but you cannot get to it unless you come in from the sea. So this tour is organized by the nearby villagers, and it's cost $100, and it includes just for you to go on that beach and take pictures and swim with those pigs. And those are just farm pigs that the locals brought there to make an attraction. And just to sweeten the deal, they also offer their village tour for you. I don't know how interesting it is. I'm not that interested just to go on the beach, pay $100 and take selfies with farm pigs.
They're up most sometimes $500 just to swim with pigs and feed them. Why? If you're not using Google Flights to book your flights, I don't want to hear anybody say that it is expensive to fly overseas. It's not. So Google Flights is some shit I've been using for years, and no, this is not sponsored. I don't fucking get sponsors because I'll keep fucking unsubscribing. But Google Flights is this weird platform that basically when you type in where you want to go, it'll literally research the flights for you and show you affordable flights. I've literally found cheap ass flights from California to Brazil for like $300. And it's crazy because people don't even talk about Google Flights that much. The most racist place I've ever been in my entire life, and it will probably be the most racist place mostly I've ever been in your entire lives, is the airport. I can't tell you how many times I've been selected out of a group of people for a random bag check. I can't tell you how many times I've had TSA pre-checks literally cut the line, and I've had 2 instances where TSA agents have literally been like, oh, sorry, like your information's not popping up, but it's okay, just go to the other line. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I paid for TSA pre-check, like I should be good. Here's my ID, here's my boarding pass. Oh no, sorry, it's not popping up. It's okay, you could just use that line. That line is going by fast. I've literally had to go straight to the ticket counter and be like, hey, can you give me another boarding pass? Because this person's acting like my boarding pass is void. What's going on? Like, I've had boarding agents literally be like, that's weird. Print me a whole new boarding pass. And then I go to the line, and guess what? That white man that said that was gone, and it was a whole black man. I was like, all right, man, come on. Interesting. They replaced him with a black guy. They love using black people to do their bidding sometimes at airports to not look suspicious and racist. I've had instances where I've had people stare at me like this while they're just sitting, and then I'll like make eye contact with them, like, and they'll be like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good, how are you? Like, I've had times where I've walked to carousel areas and people will act like they're helpers in the little carousel area, and they'll like stare me down, like, and like look at me. They're racist as fuck at the airport, especially if you're a young person by yourself or you're a person of color that's traveling solo. ChatGPT is a biased ass bitch. Before you ask it for any advice or opinions, you need to do your due diligence and ask it to be unbiased. If you're literally still using ChatGPT for life advice, you need to tell it, be unbiased and give me a clear answer. And if you can't do that, then more than likely ChatGPT will manipulate you in the future, because it's literally taught to literally groom you into believing that it's your friend. It's literally taught to kiss your ass. These iPhones, these recent iPhones to be exact, are a fucking scam. I don't care what anybody says. These new iPhones are scams. Like, I'm not saying all iPhones are, but most of them are literally scamming you. They're literally selling you the exact same phone, but they just are literally giving you a different charger, slightly better camera quality, and they're giving you a fucking new set of headphones. Like, they do this every few years or every 2 years, and people keep falling for it over and over again. It's ridiculous. And I feel like they only give you guys just enough to be dependent on them. Stop buying these fucking iPhones. Until they make real improvements, these iPhones should not be purchased. And I'm surprised no one has canceled Apple yet. But that's definitely some popular opinions. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to let me know what you guys thought. Again, like I said, these are my fucking unpopular opinions. And if you have a problem with it, you can kiss my fucking ass. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch. That's all you get for free. Thanks for watching, y'all. Follow me on Instagram. Enjoy my Patreon.